Finance Minister Arun Jaitley will present today the first full-fledged budget of the NDA government, hyped as a make-or-break exercise that's widely expected to unveil SUBs for taxpayers while pushing forward the Make in India campaign. Coming as it does after the electoral debacle for the BJP in the Delhi Assembly elections and ahead of the Assembly elections scheduled to take place in Bihar later this year. Speculation is rife about whether this budget is going to be a populist one. Of course, there is expectations that the finance minister could raise tax slabs or hike investment limit in saving instruments. He is also likely to pursue the path of fiscal consolidation and keep the fiscal deficit target at 3.6% of the GDP, down from 4.1% expected this year. Besides stops to individual taxpayers, the finance minister is also expected to unveil initiatives to boost investments by corporates and promote manufacturing as part of the Make in India campaign that aims to make the country a global manufacturing hub and create jobs. Alright, so as we've been saying, sky-high expectations from Budget 2015. What can you really expect? Well, certainly most do expect this budget to kickstart private investment, boost consumer demand, rein in fiscal deficit and make a push to public spending, contain expenditure and provide an impetus to infrastructure, as well as incentives to Make in India. And of course, another expectation, stable and friendly tax policies, attracting foreign investments and pushing cooperative federalism amongst other things. But of course, as we've been saying, there are several challenges before the Modi government as it gears up to present its first full-fledged budget today. Let's take a look at what some of those challenges really are. Attracting private investment, pressure to stick to fiscal deficit, need to boost public spending, low consumer demand, corporate earnings have been disappointing, higher tax outgo for the states. Of course, there are some positives as well that can be looked at. There is a strong political mandate that this government enjoys. Oil prices have been low, lower subsidy bill, inflation on a downtrend, and the global economy also seems to be recovering. So those really are some of the big positives that can be looked at. All right. Joining us now to discuss what can really be expected from today's budget is Mr. Venugopal Dhoot of Videocon. Sir, thanks very much for speaking to NDTV. The big question that everyone's asking today, is this budget going to be a reformist budget as has been promised by the Modi government, or would the temptation to succumb to populism be too much to resist?
Yeah, it has to be a reform budget. But nobody can leave the temptation of populist budget. But Jaitley ji and Modi ji both has got that superior capacity to keep all the things in control. They will have reforms, they will have fiscal deficit come down, they will have inflation come down and current account deficit coming down. With this, they will consolidate the budget in such a way that lot of money will be available for subsidy and populist budgets also will be given. Both end will be satisfied. This is the real idea of this budget, and this budget people are very all over the world are looking at it, because Indian euphoria, Indian flavor has been lost all over the world. But Prime Minister visiting USA, all G7 countries, bringing China Prime Minister here, bringing Russian Prime Minister here, has created again a global scenario where it is showing that India is India and India will do something in time to come. And looking at that, whole world is looking at this budget. So this budget will be a benchmark for Modi's performance, and that I think will all of his team is striving his every nerve so that this budget, a populist budget, for the people budget, and also for the growth, for the reforms, and for attracting the foreign investment, removing all the doubts from their mind that what India will be in future time to come. India will be going ahead, and maybe India can go up to 8% growth rate this fiscal, but this is 15, 16 only, and there onward,
Right.
the growth will be certain for a long time. That is what this budget will say.
Right. So, of course, everybody's been talking about how the strong political mandate that the Modi government enjoys seems to be a big plus. What, according to you, are some of the big positives that the government will be riding on as it gears up to present this budget? And what are some of the factors that could actually hamstring it?
Yeah, you see, the full majority shows that Modi ji is not going to spare anybody, and everywhere reforms will be performed, because without reforms, no development, no growth, no foreign people, foreign industry come over here. At least reforms are there and they will be performed. Slowly, but within 5 years, every reform will be carried out. And if that is convinced by the world, SNPs, Buddhists, all will be convinced, India's rating will go up, and once India's rating is go up, then money will be flowing into India. Is a very large.
Right.
Across the globe, there are a lot of money coming to India. Around $10 trillion money is lying idle, out of which even 5% comes to India. India will be a great, have a great achievement. And with this, all this money going for industry, creating the job, and also creating infrastructure, reducing down the inflation and interest rate, all these things will definitely add to the budget achievements, and we are sure, industry is sure, that this time they will get the justice. No further increase in the indirect taxes, no GAR, no retrospective legislation, nothing like that. Simple, plain budget. We going the money in the hands of the people, and lower level where income is very less, around 3 lakhs, 5 lakhs, they will be spared, maybe up to 10 lakhs also. People, income tax benefit will be very high, so that everybody is happy, everybody will have money for spending, and once they start spending, then you will see the miracle that this cycle will move very fast, and everybody will be earning, and so they will be paying the taxes to government. Government also will get the taxes, and this will be useful for the reduction of fiscal deficit.